I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching,
please don't sue me.
Yeah. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney.
I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney news and reviews.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. Had a lot of bonus videos this week. A lot of stuff came in the mail that I wanted to open for you. One of them is this thing right here, the House Disney CD. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. I also got a D23 package in the mail, and I enjoy doing that unboxing, so I'm pretty much going to be doing an unboxing for every single magazine or D23 magazine that I got from the D23 club. I'm a gold member, so I get a whole bunch of these little perks and everything. So just to try to get you guys motivated to, to join up and say, hey, it's pretty cool. You can actually get a whole bunch of cool stuff. I want to unbox them and show you what all you can get. So just look for them in the future. They'll just be spread out throughout a couple weeks. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I just dropped a couple $100 on the Disney trip. So just paying it off as I go along every pay and whatnot. And I got some stuff again coming in the mail. Not this next week, but maybe the week after. I don't know. We'll find out. But it should be some cool stuff to unbox. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right to the news. In continuation with the Star Wars weekend news, this just in. Disney has just announced that Daniel Logan, who played the young Boba Fett in the Star Wars prequels, will be appearing as a special guest at the Star Wars Weekend #1, May 20th through the 22nd. So that's next weekend. So if you're going down to Disney World next weekend for the Star Wars weekends, check it out. It should be awesome. Now, in addition to the Star Wars weekends, a friend of mine was actually on hand for one of the Star Tours 2 soft openings. A soft opening is where they open the ride to the public before the official grand opening to see if it works and see how people like it. Here is what he said, and he also took a picture for me, so I want to be showing you that. Here's his message to me. Hey buddy, I just went on the new Star Tours ride during a soft opening. Disney didn't allow any pictures or videos since it's a soft opening. They didn't want to give any spoilers away. I had big expectations for the ride, which it kind of fell short due to how quickly the ride is. Since it's always changing, the characters might have a different role. I just had enough time to ride it once. But Darth Vader had a very minor role, again that can change since the ride changes every time you ride it, which is true. For the ride itself, the 3D is cool but very tame with the shaking compared to the last one. It's a must-see, but I can't wait to see what you think once you ride it. I'm a Star Wars fan, but in just my own opinion, I don't know if the 2-hour wait is worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Disney has put a lot of time and effort into promoting this new ride, and so you're going to be waiting 2.5 hours to actually ride this ride. As far as the 3D and the shaking goes, it doesn't actually shock me that they tamed it up a little bit, because a lot of older people thought it was a little too jerky for them. So I think Disney's trying to cover a broader spectrum of people to ride this ride. I never found it that bad to begin with, but I guess some people did. So I guess mixed with the 3D, they didn't want people puking everywhere. I mean, Star Tours was never a long ride to begin with, but if you're a huge Star Wars fan, a huge Disney fan like me, you'll definitely wait the 2 hours and get on a 30-second ride. So it might be worth the wait to some people, might not be for other people. So just keeping that in mind when you're going down for Star Tours 2. Moving on, the former Skyway station in Fantasyland is set to be demolished, with work beginning this week. It has been speculated that this area will be built as restrooms, or rebuilt as restrooms, with the existing restrooms in that area becoming home to an expanded and interactive queue for the massively popular Peter Pan's Flight attraction. That should be pretty cool. And some rehab and refurbishment news. The Wolfgang Puck Express in downtown Disney Marketplace will be closing for a refurbishment this week from May 16th to May 20th and reopening again on Saturday, May 21st. So yeah, that's the news for this week. Again, Star Tours 2, check that out. If you really want to wait that long for a, not that long of a ride. It's, again, Star Tours was never a long ride. But the wait wasn't that bad because it was kind of an older ride and people weren't really getting on it. So it's brand new now, so it's a long wait for a very short ride. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, let's get right to the reviews. Alright guys, I am doing some reviews. I have had a lot of requests over the past couple weeks, so I just picked two that I'm going to be doing. One of them just left Epcot actually. It is the British Invasion. The British Invasion is a Beatles cover band that is set in the United Kingdom pavilion at Epcot, or at least it was. But these guys had played for 15 years at Disney, where they had multiple shows each day. And now the shows were split into 3 different sections. There was the early Beatles, in which they played the songs I Want to Hold Your Hand, 8 Days a Week, Hard Day's Night, and Can't Buy Me Love. Then there's the 1967 Sgt. Pepper's era, which they played the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band, When I'm 64, and Penny Lane. And then they had the all-time classics era thing where they kind of did whatever. And anyway, they played Let It Be, Hey Jude, and Get Back. Now what's cool about this show was that for each era they put on different costumes and different props. They had different lighting schematics and different guitars for it all, just to make it seem like you're actually going and seeing the Beatles, or they were trying to recreate that that Beatles live show feel. And I actually went on to YouTube and I watched one of their shows. I watched their last show, which was April 30th. They are not there anymore. Their last show was April 30th, but they said that they might be back intermittently at different times. I guess they're taking that's their retirement. I'm not sure if they're going to be continuing to do it anymore. Who knows? But anyway, I watched the show and they are really good. They actually kind of look like the Beatles, which is actually very funny. All their props are pretty much right. They have Ringo has the the 2 drums and the cymbal right there. It's done very well, and the singing is great and the playing is great. They are really on tune with it all, and it's a good show because they're playing the Beatles classics. I mean, it's hard not to have a good show when you're actually playing good songs. So what am I going to give the British Invasion? I'm actually going to give them 4 stars. Excellent side attraction. I mean, like if you're just tired of walking through Epcot for a day and you want to go see some a good little show, and if you happen to like the Beatles, these are the guys for you. I mean, they were actually really good, and it's unfortunate that I didn't get to see them live. But I love the internet and the web, so I got to see them through via YouTube. You can check them out. They're called the British Invasion. Just type in British Invasion Epcot, and you should be able to get some stuff there. But yeah, the British Invasion at Epcot, excellent stuff. 4 stars, or at least they were at Epcot. Not there anymore. Okay, the last thing I want to review today is actually from Disney's California Adventure. It's Disney's Aladdin, a musical adventure. This show opened on January 16, 2003, and it is a 45-minute Broadway-style show based around the movie Aladdin. It's performed at the Hyperion Theater in the Hollywood Pictures backlot section of the Disney's California Adventure. Actually, again, I haven't been to Disneyland, but via the power of the web, I actually saw the whole show on YouTube. There's a good number of videos where you can see all parts of this show, and it's excellent. It is an excellent show. They actually use it's real actors and puppeteers, and they obviously take some liberties for the fact that it is a stage show and not a movie, so they can't do some of the effects that an animated movie could, so they have to kind of fudge around some of the more technical stuff where but it's good. Just let me say that. Again, I put here, as I was watching it, awesome props of talent and talent. The genie is ad-libbed for most of it, so it gives it kind of a new feel. Like the genie will actually reference some newer pop culture things, so it's not it doesn't feel like the jokes are old. They're always kind of updating these jokes, especially, you know, I thought the genie was the best part of it just because he was so funny. The guy who did him really did a good job. Very animated, you know, very Robin Williams-esque. He did a really good, it was a good tribute to the character. Now, you know, the show for a whole, they play all the songs. They have, you know, they do all the key parts of the movie, but they go through pretty much the whole story. So if you watch Aladdin, that's pretty much it. They you know, they go through you know, the opening with the Arabian Nights, the guy getting eaten by the sand tiger thing, the Cave of Wonders, you know, introducing Aladdin, whole new world, all this other stuff. They do every, you know, pretty much every scene. I think it's, if I were to give it a percentage, it'd be about 90% of what you see in the movie is what they show on stage. So it was done really, really well. And again, it's only 45 minutes, so some of the stuff is cut out. Now it's funny that this show was actually almost taken away, but it was actually kept around because of its popularity. I mean, the show I happened to watch was filmed back in 2007, and it seemed like the actors are really, really into what they are doing, considering, honestly, their job is singing and dancing. That's an awesome job to do. I mean, I'm sure sometimes it gets tiring, but none of the actors that I watched seemed to have phoned it in. You know, just the way they did the carpet, you know, because carpet was actually animated, or well, I'm sorry, not animated, but very animated in and of itself, because it's a person inside of this like flying squirrel costume carpet thing, and you know, and she was just doing some awesome stuff. And you know, the genie was great. Aladdin was good. Jasmine was good. I didn't see Abu anywhere, which is like, where was Abu? The guy who played Jafar was good, and the puppeteer for Iago was excellent. Excellent, you know, stuff. And the song and dance numbers were good. They really did a big thing with you know, Prince Ali. That number. They just did a really good job, and the whole new world scene was excellent. You could tell there was a lot of chemistry between the two of them, so that was really, really good. So yeah, what am I going to give Aladdin a musical spectacular? I'm actually going to give it another 4 stars. It is a great, great show that hopefully when I go to Disneyland it'll still be there, because I will want to watch it live in person, just to see how, you know, the effects, and just being being there in person is a lot better than watching it on YouTube, obviously. There is no pit band, you know, like, you know, sometimes you go to some Broadway shows, there's a band in the pit and they actually play live music. Now it's all dubbed, but the acting is not dubbed, and it's done really well. I really don't have any, you know, major gripes against it aside from where is Abu, and but other than that, I mean, it was a great show, good acting, really funny, great music. You know, I mean, what more can you ask for in a stage show? So that's definitely one of the things that I want to hit whenever I go to Disneyland. You know, so that's why I'm giving Disney's Aladdin a musical spectacular 4 stars. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's Disney news and reviews. I want to give a shout out to I think it's Fun Spot 202 River Hills. He is doing a YouTube show there. He's talking about Disney stuff and giving his opinions on things. He listed me as an inspiration, so thanks, bud. You take it easy and you know, just keep working, keep trucking at it, and I'm sure it'll get over pretty well. Thanks to all the new subscribers and new friends. You know, I'm always, you know, I always love to see that when people subscribe to me. You know, it's really cool to, you know, to know that I have that, you know, amount of support from people. And yeah, man, I'm so excited to go to Disney World. I watched some of my old Disney footage that I have on DVD. I might actually post that if you guys want to see that. It's just, you know, home videos. Really, it's just, you know, it's not real. It's edited, but edited, you know, honestly, just for my family, but not really. It was never supposed to be seen by you guys, but I might put it up anyway, just because it's all, you know, just footage of me and my family down at Disney World in 2008. So yeah, yeah. Oh, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I really like doing this. I really do. I mean, I really do. Please don't sue me at all. And if anybody from Disney is, yeah, go to allersnet, touringplans.com, wdwmagic.com for all your latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is good too. Straight from the horse's mouth, man. You can't go too wrong with that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for that. I don't think I have anything else to shill or plug or do anything like that. I'll be back next week for another Disney news and reviews. Hopefully I got some more stuff for you to see, and just keep an eye out for the bonus videos. God knows when I want to be posting them. So see you later, guys. Bye.